Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos, and I'm back at Tuttle Educational State Forest. I just did an activation here yesterday. I'm in town because I'm checking in on my dad, who's been in the hospital, and spent the morning with him, and got to head back to the afternoon in Asheville. I've got a few errands to run, some appointments. I've got to get my allergy shots, among other things. And I've got a little bit of time here to play POTA, which I wanted to do. It's just so nice to come back here. I enjoyed it so much yesterday. When I was out, I did a pedestrian mobile activation, which is always really fun. And I just want to come back out again. So here I am. Let's see, let's try to find a place to set up. There's so many options at Tuttle. I never know where really to go. Even though they got some stuff sectioned off over here from the damage after Helene, there's still a lot of places I could set up. I'm going to do that. Brought with me today my FT-818. I'm looking forward to using because I haven't used it in a really long time. And yeah, I think I'll set up here. My FT-818, I love it. I think I brought a battery pack for it. I'm actually bringing like two kits with me. I've got what's in my backpack, and then I've got this. And a lot of the reason for that is because I didn't do a wonderful job pre-planning this. Well, there's spider web. I'm gonna knock you down. Let's see. I also brought with me my SpoolTenna, which is something that I've taken out before in the field. Let's move this microphone here. By the way, if you've never watched my videos before, these are real-time, real-life. No edits. Whoops. So you get things like that. When my camera falls, you watch it fall. My backpack's a mess. I put things in here really quickly this morning when I realized I probably had enough time, but here's my SpoolTenna. Now, this is a 40-meter end-fed halfway, really designed to be a sloper. And this comes from KO4HUI, Rob, who's a really, really nice guy. And I was one of the sort of beta testers for this antenna, and he recently gave me the updated version, sort of the production version of the SpoolTenna. So I haven't taken this out, I haven't used it at all. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now. And I've got to think this through a little bit. I'm going to set it up as a sloper, which is not the way I normally set up my antennas. So I'm going to look for a branch that'll work really well for this. What I'm looking for is a branch that I can set up under, so I can throw a line up fairly high and have it slope down from that and set it up. So this takes a little bit more exploration here among the trees. I could probably pick another site too, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to sit here and make this work. Whoops. Let me pull these off because these sunglasses will fall off sure as I'm here, let me tell you. Okay, so let's take a really quick gander here, see what we can see. That wouldn't be bad if I can hit that. I don't know if I can hit that or not. That would not be bad, though there are limbs underneath it. You really want kind of, for slopers, because I'm pulling up into a tree, the end of the antenna. Let me look over here. You know, I can probably throw it up through this tree. It wouldn't be up really high, but I could slope it down that way, maybe. I don't know if it would work well in one of these trees or not. But I could probably shoot it over. That's not super high, though. I'd like something like a little higher. I could try to make it through that V there. I'll try it. I'll give it a go. That's going to be challenging, though. I'm not that good of a throw line guy. but we'll give it a go here. Let's see. I can take my hat off. I think I'm not in too much sun right now. Let's see if I've got a clear shot over here. Looking back, that's what I have to have. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be challenging. That is going to be challenging. I'm looking around here for poison ivy too. Don't want that. So I'm just going to try to aim as high as I can for that tree right there, just for an optimal kind of setup. I don't have to make it optimal. I just kind of want to. Let's see if I can make this work. Let me try to set up the camera over here. This is probably going to be a multi-attempt deal, because that is going to be a bit challenging. Here we go. Okay, throw line. Don't let me down. This will be challenging as I look at it here. It's just up really high and it's a narrow window. I'm trying to figure out that if I don't get that particular one, here we go. I don't know if you can see this in the. Okay, that was up pretty high, but not good enough. Not good enough. Nope. Look at it from this angle. This may actually be kind of easier over here. Let's see. There's another tree in the way, but it's so peaceful out here. There's like nobody else at the park hardly. I'm not really interfering with anyone doing this, so we'll go again here. If I can't get it from this side, I may try to go from the other side, or just go for that other branch over there would work fine. I don't have all day to do this. I can't fiddle around too much, but maybe 4 attempts. Whew, this requires some accuracy. Not just blindly going into a tree. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Woohoo, okay, good. Got what I wanted. Got what I wanted. Now let's grab the SpoolTenna. I'll take the little holder off of it here. And I'm going to string it out. Let me come over here and get the camera, because I'll show you how I string this out. Now, I didn't bring a pencil with me to put this through, but this actually holds a pencil in the middle to help you string it out. But this center part is what's going up in the tree up here. Well, I'm just realizing now, I hope my feed line's long enough for this. That is the one thing that's going to be a constraint. Let's go ahead and get the feed line out and look. I hadn't thought about that. Again, I am not used to using slopers. So this may change. I may have to go redo this and go to a different spot, because I'm not using, I need some seriously long line here to make this work. And I don't think this is it. Nope. This is pretty long, but it's not long enough. Not for this. Not if I'd have to move a picnic table like under this tree. That's what I hadn't thought about. So here we go. Let's pack this up, grab the line, go a second time here. Not a problem. Not a problem. We can do this. I'm going to try to just hold all this line and pull it so I don't have to redo all of it again. Although the forest floor is probably going to mean that I have to, because it's going to catch some stuff here. I'll figure out where I put my throw weight. So I will need this to be pretty much, oh, I'm so sorry. I've got the I'm just not a professional with this, okay? So I had the camera pointing down. Okay, let's see now. The sun will be in my eyes. I remember that about this particular side. It's pretty good for that. So what I'm going to do is aim for that area over there. Slow this down. Go grip my throw weight. And get to work here. I can make this work. I can make this work. I say confidently. Here we go. Sorry about that. I gotta stop apologizing. If I apologize for all the nutty things I do here, that's all I'm gonna be, is apologetic. Okay, here we go, let's see. Sunlight, you are in my eyes as I try to do this. Yeah, that got it. And of course it's catching here a little bit. That's fine. Perfect. That'll work. That will work. So let's do this again now. Now I'm hoping, I don't really know, but I'm hoping this is all trimmed up for 40 meters and 20 meters. As long as I have a reasonable SWR, I'll be happy. So I'm going to spool this out now. And how I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go out that way and pull it in. So when I start to pull it up, I'll see where the end of the line is, and we'll go from there. But I just need a clear shot out this way. This is what's so easy about the SpoolTenna. If you have a pencil, this is even easier. There we go. And it's slapping me as it finishes up this last bit here. It's also easy to pack up, of course, because of this. So I just put this in here. By the way, he sent this to me for free. Now, I was a beta tester for this, and he wanted me to have, a good one that I'm taking to the field, because honestly, he'd rather a beta unit not be the one that I'm showing in my videos, I'm sure. Because it needs to represent what really is, the current model. Now let me pull this. I need to make sure I'm not getting my wires tangled here. Slippers are a lot of fun. They take me more time to put up, but of course I don't do these all the time, and that's one of the reasons why as well. Okay, so let me move this back a little bit for you here. And I'll connect this. I'll connect this, and then I'll have to pull it from the other end, see about how far I want to go with this. How far I'll go up. And I'll be able to tell when I start pulling it. I'm not standing on anything. This is all good. So you should see this lift up here in a moment. I just have to go to the other end off camera. Start to pull this guy up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's catching, I see. Only I could do that. There we go. Okay, this is looking great. Okay, I think I'm at the end right there. So what I'll do is actually just tie this off right here. That way if I need to adjust it later, it's not a big deal to do it. Do a really simple knot here. I'm not going to do anything complex. There we go. Now, the other end I need to tie off as well. And I'm trying to remember, let's see how far out this goes first. And I can probably just have the thing about go, there it goes. See, look at that. You can't probably see it on the video. saying this is a long antenna. This is a really long antenna. It'll work really well though. I am here to tell you this should work pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to tie this off, I think, over here on this tree limb, maybe. It's going to touch that tree a little bit. That doesn't really matter. I don't want to hurt anything doing this. Could go grab, I have another line I could grab onto, or maybe I can just use one of these broken pieces of wood as a stake. Let's see. Let's just try this. There we go. That'll work fine. So sloping down to the ground. You can see here as it goes up, it is not touching that tree. I've got my coax extended about as far as it'll go. If I can pull it up a little higher, I will. I don't know. That is just about right though, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that and get this activation going here. So, first things first, let's make sure I've got a nice dry seat. I've already actually announced my activation, so with any luck, it'll auto spot me. It's a mess inside my backpack right now. I haven't had this little guy on in a while. I think all this talk of the FT-818 made me long for my FT-818, which is why I got this one out here today. Let's see. Now, I had this other bag with me because I've got some things I want to borrow from it. Now, I don't like borrowing from one kit to feed another, but in this case, I've got the kit with me, so I just put everything back up in it when I'm finished, and that alleviates that problem. Use this key, and the key cord is in here, and what else? Oh, battery. So I have an internal battery on this radio, but I charged it ages ago, months ago, and I forgot to turn off this little on-off switch. I left it on, as you can see, which means the phantom load pulled down the battery voltage. That's okay though. I didn't have time to charge it this morning, but it doesn't matter. This will work just fine as is. Yes. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm going to turn this off because I still need to put the key in. Back here. Where is the key slot? Right there. There we go. I'm looking forward to putting this guy on the air. I haven't had the 818 on the air in so long. Okay, here we go. Let's look at this real quick. Let's see. Power meter, SWR. Let's see here. Let's go up to the 20 meter band. Here's where I can't tell if that is giving me I'm not getting the best SWR here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know the problem. Let's try it now with an antenna. Perfect SWR. So I always forget, important part of using the 818 is that the SWR, or excuse me, it has a front antenna port and a back and a rear antenna port. And if you have the rear one engaged, but no antenna hooked up to it, then you're transmitting into nothing. So you're going to get a high SWR. SWR on this is absolutely perfect. Okay, let's see. Boy, it's humid out here. Let's get the, I'm just going to use the little logging pad from yesterday, since it probably already has, well no, this doesn't have Tuttle on it. It has Lake James, because that's where I was. So Tuttle. That is US, is it 4961? I always question myself. Let me go back and double check here. Let's see. US 4961. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say Tuttle. Tuttle Educate 4861. 4861. And we are, it's May 21st. Again, really poor conditions today, most likely. This activation could take a little while, but I'm fine with being patient. FT-818 and SpoolTenna. There we go. I don't hear anybody there. Now we'll have to hand key everything because I did not bring a message or a CW keyer with me, a memory keyer. Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're at 1500 hours right now. I'm hoping that that audio is not too loud doing that. I'll check my spots here to see if I'm spotted. And I'm not, so what I'm going to do is add, no, not add an activation, that's not what I'm going to do, add a spot for myself on 14059 US 4861 CW. I have a hunch the bands are dead today. That's fine with me though. That's me attempting to do two things at once, which I'm not good at doing. photos when I'm thinking about it. You're probably hearing the clicking of the relays with my, maybe I should move this because I'm a little afraid that the clicking of the relays may be really prominent with the microphone mounted directly to the radio there. So let's do this. Well, let's see. I'll just put it right here like this. Trying to get ants off of me. I just saw him. got 6 contacts so far. That's not bad. Okay, wait. Gotcha. Got ants everywhere here. The struggle is real. Oh my goodness, the ants are everywhere. Okay. Must be the RF energy. Why do I keep doing that? Thought I heard somebody call in there, no? Good to get some logs there, buddy. take that. Oh, what am I doing, Washington? These ants are everywhere. They're all over this notepad, which I don't mind. I just don't want to smash them inadvertently. Okay. I couldn't tell if that was CT. I'll have to question it. QSY down to the 40-meter band now. Okay. 40 meters. CW. No clue what this will be like. You can hear a lot more atmospheric. Perfect SWR. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Let's see, maybe I'll chase people here on 40 meters. Yeah, WA3GM is here. Oh, he's at Fort Washington State Park. Gotcha. $219. Oh, this is because I got the filter wide open. What we'll do now is go in here and change the filter to narrow. There we go. Now, I'll do this for a few minutes. $7061, let's do this. Speed it up a little bit. 7061. That's a part of a digital mode transmission. That is not a person there that's doing CW or something. Oh, of course. Good to get you in logs. KI8R. There we go. Tuning up then. 15. who I spent the whole week with this last week, Eric. Oh, gotcha. I think I heard a very light dit in there. I've got to end this now because I need to pack up. Let's see how many I got. So there's 6 on this page. 6 on this page. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. It would have been nice to get 20, but I need to end this. I've got to get back up to the mountains today, grab some lunch up there. Got a few things to do. So it is what it is. Okay. But it was nice to get this in. I just like when I was taking care of my, oh, I didn't mean to do that. When I was taking care of my mom when she was sick, kind of a thing I'd always do is try to wrap up a trip with fitting in an activation, just to do a little something for myself when I was, oh, wrong one, I'll use this one. This connector is a little finicky to get something in there. Sometimes in that corner, you see how close that is there. Okay, let's put this up. I'll throw it in the bag. I did miss using I love my 818. It's a great radio. Great radio. Put up the rest of this stuff. Oh, I need to take a picture of my logs before I put this up. Big chains. I get a Tuttle. I need to find a place maybe with quite a little less. I have to do this with my hands here. Oh, I'll do it I'll take it over here next to me. Try to keep some of the sunlight off of that modeling, was making it hard to read in a photograph even. There we go. Now I've got that. Put my phone up. You can see a little bit of rain still coming out. Well, not rain, but it's just the leaves are really wet. We had a storm come through last night, and it brought with it quite a bit of rain. And I'm guessing they had the same thing here. They're usually in the same sort of line that we are in terms of receiving, rain and things. Put this in here. Did I have it in there? I didn't have it in here, actually. I had it in my backpack. I forgot. Okay, and this goes in here, though. So I want to make sure I'm putting things back up where they belong. Now we'll start packing up. And I first have to lower the antenna by undoing this knot. It's heating up here today. I'm wearing my sun shirt, the same one I wore yesterday, just to kind of keep the sun off of me a bit. But here we go, so you can see it come down. There we go. I'll grab the feed line here. Sorry, it's getting a little close. There we go. Check it out. Oh, you know what I need to do? Need to take a photo of the SpoolTenna. Let's do that. So don't forget, it also reminds me when I'm doing my field reports what exactly I was using in terms of an antenna, so that works out nicely. Okay, let's bring this guy down all the way and take off the throw line completely. Oh, I see what's happened here. When I let it down, it went over a branch right here, which is okay. I can pull it up and over that, but not quite as cleanly as having it off. So I'm just gonna let that drop and it'll go bang. There we go. Put up this cable assembly, which is an ABR, and this is what they sell at SpoolTenna. He sells the ABR stuff, so it is the good stuff. I like the SpoolTenna, I really do, and obviously it performed beautifully. And I think that we had pretty crummy propagation today. You could tell by just all the QRM. I mean, it's been this way. It's been this way for like 2 months, so not a surprise. I won't know what to do when it's nice and smooth again on the bands. Let's see here. Okay, what I'll do is loosen this on the other end. Then I can just pull it across that branch that's on. So I'll pick up my stake. I actually carry with me other line, like little bits of line that I can use for this, but I just thought this would be easier to do it this way this time. So I'll make sure to do a really strong whip action here to get that off. Let's see. There we go. Which one are you on here? You're on that one. It just will not come off that. Yeah, it's not going to come off. Someone's going to have to pull it through. That's fine. Be that way. Be that way. So, grab this, pull this off, take this off, put it in here, and then start rolling the guy. And that's pretty much it. Super easy antenna to roll up and to deploy. Putting it in all the way. This branch is putting a little tension on the line, but it is not going to move from there, so it's going to be what it is. Oops, sorry. Let's see. One thing I could do if I really wanted to would be string the other end of the line up and pull it across, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go to that kind of trouble. Not worth it. Whoops. I mean, a 40 meter infat halfway is quite a bit of wire, actually. Again, this tension on the line is making it a little awkward doing this, but I'm trying to pull it kind of quickly to get it over the hump of that particular branch. There we go. The silicone wire is really nice too. He uses a really strong one at that. Saw he and his wife, I think Vicky's her name, at 4 Days in May in Hamvention. I think they probably sold all the stock they brought with them, because I saw people around their table constantly, which is kind of cool. I love seeing mom and pop organizations sprout up and do really cool things like this, as I've said many times before. So there we go, the SpoolTenna. Okay, what else do I need to put up? I need to put up the throw line. Where'd I put my throw weight? There it is. Now I pretty much emptied this throw line out here doing this, so I'll have to put up the bulk of it. Here we go. I also look where the throw line is on the ground to make sure that the throw line's not in poison ivy, because I don't want to rub that on my hands. Most areas in parks, over time people have tried to get rid of poison ivy in areas like this, but you just never know. I definitely have seen it here at Tuttle, but Tuttle's a really large park. I don't see it too much in and around the picnic areas. They've done a pretty good job getting rid of it there. But you certainly see it on the trails and stuff. I mean, it's just, you can't get rid of all the poison ivy. Oops, sorry. There we go. And this was a fun activation though. It's just what the doctor ordered. Get back home, grab a bite to eat, go do the rest of our things we need to do today. Probably some grocery shopping and stuff too. Really exciting stuff. Hang on. Put that in here. We're all done. That is pretty much it. I'll put this up in my bag and call it quits here. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It's a nice day to be out, play a little radio with friends. I feel like you're there. I mean, I really do. As I'm activating, I did an activation, it's been a couple months ago now, where I didn't film it. I don't film all of my activations. And I kept talking to myself. And I think it's because I'm so used to just feeling like you're right there with me, which it always feels like to me. So I think people probably think I'm going a little mad when they hear me talking to myself, but hey, it's reality, isn't it? So thank you so much for being mad enough to watch these videos and for coming along on the ride. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you get a chance to go out and play a little radio this week, maybe next week, if you can't do it this week. If you're learning CW, keep on it. I promise it gets easier with time. And in fact, it becomes just a wonderful mode with time. You'll find it really relaxing like I do. And thank you also to my Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters. As always, you make this possible. Thank you. Just thank you. And the world's a better place because you're in it. So thank you for being there. Until next time, 7 twos.